So what we're going to do, we're going to meet each one of them individually, find out what they did to become legends, find out who they did to become legends, and then I'm going to open up to the audience to ask any questions to these legendary players. But should we start in the traditional way of giving them a nice, welcoming round of applause? Here's to the arcade legends on the panel! Okay, my first arcade legend there is Mr. Todd Rogers on the far side. Now, you are called Todd Rogers, but I understand you're also known as Mr. Activision. Now, Todd, please can you tell me how you earned that title?
Well, in the Activision brochures, when the first title came out of Dragster, I submitted a high score, and by making that high score enabled me to go to one of their conventions back in 1982. Well, eventually, over a several-year period, I've had the world record on every one of the Activision titles, so the Activision always had sort of stuck with me. It's around the same time frame I was working for Atari, and she just happened to be promoting the dust covers for, I think, one of the XL or one of the newer Atari 800 computers that they had.
So the first question that we're all thinking, is there a correlation between being good at Mario Brothers and being called Steven?
Now it's 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, a few thousand points away from the record, and I'm in panic mode. Then in the morning my son comes in, he brought some food, which I was really happy to see, and it's like a big smile on his face, him seeing me playing.
He must be very proud. He must be very proud.
So like that was a really special moment for me to see my son come in there, the way he reacted to me being still playing.
Has the game become an obsession for you?
Why am I being ridiculed just because you know me and I'm British? Where did you get that from? So, I mean, I wouldn't say it's an obsession, but yeah, for sure, you know, clearly to get a world record on a video game, I suppose you have to have an unhealthy interest in that particular title.
So he took me to a big arcade that was there on the big highway belt around Houston, and I walked in the door, and the first thing I saw were like 8 berserk machines in a row shouting, "Kill a humanoid." And so, and he took me to a Space Invaders machine, and I started playing it, and I was hooked, and I fell in love with Space Invaders, and I started doing it almost, many times per week. Then Pac-Man and Centipede, and before you knew it, I was completely embroiled in the video game culture. I started becoming intrigued by people getting high scores. I started writing high scores down wherever I went. Following the, here's the highest score I ever saw in Tempest, here's the highest score I ever saw in any other game. And so I began developing a backlog of information on high scoring on video games, notes, scraps of notes, as I went around to like 100 arcades in the summer of 1981.
I do believe he'll go to other challenges, but he won't stop doing this. The first time he told me this, that he was going to stop, was 1986. He's not going anywhere.
The first time I met you, Bill, was in a London hotel room in 2005.
What are you trying to say?
Where you force your hot sauce down my throat, as we can see here.
What I take from video games, what it brought out in me, what it forever scarred in my personality, was a competitive edge to do better and better and better and better. And it didn't matter how well I did, I wanted to do better.
I want to know, when that film was being made, were you aware of how you were being portrayed?
Okay, to answer the question first, I wouldn't have it any other way. If you don't think it's more fun being the bad guy than being the crybaby, then you don't know what you're talking about. The fact of the matter is, no, we didn't know what the film was being made. We thought it was simply an historical aspect of gaming overall. The truth is, so many of you will learn here for the first time, Mr. Steve, 2 producers and a director, they have ties that go back to childhood. But they made a great film. And if you watch it and you say, this is a great movie, you have no problems with it at all. I don't. Walter doesn't. No one does. And so I don't look at it and say, gee, Steve, you deceived us. Steve made a movie. Steve did a good job, as did his friends. It's all your perspective and how you look at it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bill Mitchell, legend.
Yeah, I got a challenge for Billy Mitchell. Well, Billy, I was wondering if maybe we could do a wrong-off. The rules of the wrong-off are it's Donkey Kong, and we have to get the lowest score within 60 seconds without dying. All right, 2 o'clock after this panel, Billy and I.
I mean, Billy's a good guy, even though he looks like one of those guys who are always trying to kill Bruce Willis. Billy doesn't like that joke.
Okay, 50 seconds, one level. We're gonna expire the timer, and you have to get as many points as possible without dying.